through. What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
Going way back to the early days. Rockin' it.
Fresh stuff.
Money beast. You know how
Give it, party people, something funky to listen to.
y'all ready for this? I'm going way back.
It's the Going Way Back show with Money B. Classic hip hop raw and uncut. With the usual suspects, co-host Teezy. What's up, Teezy? And of course, doing it for you on the ones and twos, DJ Alwayz.
What up?
And a very, very special guest this evening, OG, West Coast legend in the game, Laylaw.
Laylaw.
What up, Laylaw?
It's casual.
It's casual. now, for people that don't know, Laylaw heavy in the game since
30 years.
30 years deep. And of course, you know what he's probably most known for is being the
Fastest blunt roller?
the person that bought Above the Law.
That too.
Man.
Yeah, passing the blunt, the fastest blunt roller.
Yes, sir.
But you know, he bought Above the Law to the world
I'm gonna be passing. Just take one.
with Lawhouse Records / Ruthless
That's what I'm
Records.
talking about.
And of course, he's been affiliated with Ruthless Records, NWA, Dr. Dre from the beginning. And I kind of want to get into that first. But before we do that, you know, I kind of always want to find out, you know, over the week what the whole crew's been doing. Alwayz, how's your week been?
It's been pretty cool. Pretty laid back. Been trying to stay cool with all this heat out here, man.
Hot as fuck, right?
Oh, my gosh. It's terrible.
Man, how many times you had to change your drawers?
See, I took 3 showers about 5 times.
See, he take showers with his drawers on.
It
So
was-
that's why he take them with him on, then he got to change his drawers.
Just wash away in the shower.
Yeah, I can dig it. What about you, Brandon?
What have I been doing?
Yeah, man.
Man, doing radio shows.
Hilarious.
All across the building.
All across the building?
Yep. All in the joint studios.
I'm about to say,
All in the joint.
how many?
All in the joint.
Really? So you've been in the joint this whole time?
Well, I do this, and then I have another job doing sports shows and all that kind of stuff.
really?
So, yeah.
What kind of sports shows?
I do everything from the NFL to college football, run all the live games, Joe Morgan, tons of different podcasts and shows.
Well, you know, I'm glad you said that.
What's your fantasy team looking like?
I was about to say.
I got
They
the
teams are
draft
garbage.
coming up on Monday.
Tiny
got the what?
team and my team's
I
garbage.
got my NFL fantasy draft on Monday.
Well, see, the thing, that's what I was getting at. You know, I was going to say, Teezy, what's exciting in your life for this week?
This past weekend, I went to my homegirl's first.
Sienna?
No, her first promotion for her name of her company is Sadiddy Entertainment, and
Right.
she promoted a comedy show at the Ontario Improv. So I went there on Sunday, and it was pretty cool.
It was dope.
It was dope.
You remember any of the comedians?
I know Red Grant was the host.
Red.
Right?
So yeah, he and Melody somebody, she was there. And Paula somebody was there. And they all were funny.
And it was this white dude,
Paula
and it was a
somebody.
Mexican dude, and it was this black girl.
You don't remember,
You don't remember nobody.
I'm bad with names.
Yeah,
and
but
you
they
know
was
I'm
funny,
bad
yeah.
with names.
I'm fucked
but
up with names, too, so
And
I ain't
I
mad at
really
I bet it was
enjoyed
faces.
myself.
But it was a good
yeah,
show?
She did a good job.
And what's the name of the company?
Sadiddy Entertainment.
Shout out to Sadiddy. Get with it, bitches. You know how we do. But, you know, reason I asked, like I said, it's almost like a holiday time period for me because it is football season. And I'm so into it. We just had our first draft a couple of days ago. This clown is in our league. Laylaw, he's a legend, but he's a clown when it comes to NFL.
They boycotted me. They
Talking
boycotted
shit.
me last year.
Talking
like,
shit.
What? What'd they do?
James Harrison or something.
What?
I'm hitting with the helmet and shit like that. I'm like,
But you know what?
Them punk
He
ass
is the worst commissioner. He will cuss you out in a minute.
everybody else sensitive and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's
I'm
the worst commissioner.
I gotta call and post
His own
apologies and
brother,
shit.
he banned his own brother. He
Hey.
was like, "Get your ass out."
I will say this.
Shout
fucking
out to
Laylaw,
Go.
I learned there's no crying in fantasy fantasy football.
No, not
No
at
crying in
all.
You gotta
fantasy
take
football.
it. If you fuck up and pick your quarterback and it ain't Aaron Rodgers in the first round, then you are a dumb ass.
There's no crying and no complaining
No
in his
complaining.
league.
Oh man.
Not in my league either. But you know, I mean, usually I don't know how many leagues do you do a year. God damn, let me see that.
About 5.
This boy got the
Okay,
that
you on
date.
camera right now?
yeah. That's what's up.
Too.
Okay.
How many leagues are you in?
Good too.
Yeah, it is.
We gonna have
Hey,
to
whoever
edit
in
that
this
on
mic gonna get
YouTube.
high. Just
What is that,
white.
Bubba?
I don't know, man. I just grabbed some.
He just grabbed something. Yeah, I know Brandon know about that too. How many leagues you in, Brandon?
I'm in 2.
You in 2?
I'm in one that's a money league, and then one's just like with friends for bragging rights.
Really?
We should invite him to fan, dude.
See, I'm in.
Nah, I
yeah.
only play for money.
$100 buy-in,
Oh,
and then there's 12 teams.
Can you
Say
take
what?
the abuse though?
I can take the abuse.
You take the shit talking?
Oh yeah,
So
I can
is
give
it,
it back.
is it a weekly payout or is it just all at the end?
All at the end.
Really?
Damn. So
Yeah,
you
there's
got-
a first, second, and third place. Like first gets like 800, seconds I think 2, and then third is like you get your money back,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, 12 teams, $100.
As long as you get your money back.
Right? I want to come in.
You gotta come in third to get your money
Hey
back.
man, I'm telling you. Sometimes that's all you need. Like especially if you got like a whack ass team,
That's true.
You break into the playoffs and then you just kind of like I don't know. Sometimes I tell you like you have somebody like Michael Vick in 2010 when he had his incredible season. He was my quarterback, but then his last 2 games when I needed him, he fell apart, and I was winning the whole shit, and then
I was winning until injuries. I had like Hakeem Nicks, New York Giants, got
Injury
injured.
kills
He was
everybody's
injured half the
team.
season, and
I had Jamal Charles last year. He got hurt in the second.
All
All
game.
right, old
You gonna be saying that
school
same
No, I'm
shit.
just
hip
saying.
hop.
This is old school hip hop. Football is old school. It's what it's all about.
Then y'all should have wore y'all leather helmets tonight.
I should have,
Hilarious.
but I wore my Niner hat.
Leatherhead.
I started to put on some Steelers shit. I just
Yeah, you know.
just let
Oh,
you go.
I had to,
We wouldn't
Still
I had to
curtain over
represent my
there.
thing.
Whatever. I started with the
We
champs.
wouldn't have let you
the
pass
champs.
that door.
Who has the most championship rings?
Yeah.
Niners.
No, teacher, man.
Dallas.
So
Teacher.
I just
Teacher.
wanted to get that out the
Niners
way.
don't have the most rings, just so you know.
Dallas.
Steelers got the most
Steelers.
rings. They got 6. It's cool.
Steelers.
We'll be
I had to
seeing
throw
you.
my team in there. Sorry.
Quest for 7, baby.
We'll be seeing you at the, in January, February. It's all good. Outside of that, since we got that out the way, I should say, we do have legendary Laylaw in the building, and it's so much that I want to talk about. And, you know, we always talk shit, but I want you to let the people know you kind of started or came into the game with Dr. Dre and NWA, right?
Yeah.
So how did you and Dre meet? But then how did the whole collective meet? You know, as far as how the group, because from what I understand, you guys are all from like different neighborhoods, and in LA, usually that don't work out too swell.
They working on the script right
You gotta
now.
talk on the mic.
They're working on the script right now, putting the story together.
But I want to hear your side of it.
Trying to put it out, and they're gonna put out a version.
Okay.
As I remember,
Okay.
Dre was already Dre. Dre used to dance.
Was this in high
Dre
school?
used to dance?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
When
I
was,
used to dance.
When I was in high school, I played football.
Pac used to dance.
And at the halftime, what you call them motherfuckers? The Pop Lock Brothers or whatever.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just come out and dance, and Dre used to be like one of their side dancers and shit. Like they'd be the main dudes. Yeah, Dre used to be dancing and shit at halftime.
Ain't nothing wrong with
And his cousin stayed down the street from me.
Yeah.
And Dre used to DJ. He was known for DJing, and I knew his cousin. And so I was aware of Dre. But how I met them was I decided to start my own label when I was 19.
Wow.
And I started Rolex.
Rolex Records.
Yeah.
Now, why'd you call it Rolex Records?
I was the only nigga I knew with a Rolex. You know what I'm saying? And,
So you was balling.
I mean,
So it doesn't tick, 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 it
It
glides.
was lovely. It was lovely. 19 years
Rolex
old.
don't tick.
17, 18, you know, playing game. But
Now, the UPS jobs pay well.
you know what I mean? You pay yourself. UPS, you pay yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's what that means.
Y'all get up in them parcels.
You know what I
You know how
mean?
many people touch these parcels?
Man. And so I started a label, and it was distributed through Macola. And co-label Mace was with Crew Cut. Lonzo had a label called Crew Cut, and Crew Cut had World Class Wrecking Crew. Dre was part of that group.
Right.
So me and Lon's network, I come over to the studio, holler at Dre, and Dre remembered me from the neighborhood because his cousin stayed down the street from me. And we talk and shit, and that's how we kind of like was aware of each other.
Okay.
Through Lonzo. Shouts out Lonzo. What's up, Lon?
All right, well, we're going to get into more, but right now we're going to play a little bit of some NWA. The video, Straight Outta Compton, featuring Laylaw.
Ain't no featuring.
Featuring, if you check them out, write it like 53 seconds. You see the back of Laylaw head.
Bro, ain't no featuring me, man.
Featuring Laylaw. This is Straight Outta Compton from NWA 1988 album with the same title, man. Right here on the Going Way Back show with Buddy B. You just heard or just seen Straight Outta Compton, NWA. Featuring Laylaw. I don't know if you've seen him. You seen his like his lopes, dark ass coat.
We should have paused it and put an arrow.
Right? Hey, Law. Now you know what I'm saying. Like obviously everybody know you was with it, but did you have to be like, yo, there I go, like when you watching the video?
Nah, cause
and it passed.
Because everybody who really know that I really wasn't trying to.
They do that head.
Trying to be seen. Like I was kind of I'm a behind the scene type.
He's a background motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't really care about trying to be famous or be seen because if you really know, I was signed to Ruthless also as an artist.
Okay.
I could have came out with a record, but instead I gave Above the Law my slot. So I really wasn't tripping trying to be famous enough.
You just wanted that paper.
Exactly. I saw Eazy, you know what I'm saying, getting a piece of everything. So
really,
I tried to get a little stuff going.
Now, how did you? Now you knew Eazy outside of Dr. Dre, right?
No.
So you met him through Dre?
Dre saw my get down, saw how me and my brothers was running around, you know,
working the
tearing
streets.
up the town, and he thought Eazy could benefit from an introduction.
Right.
And
so was this pre-sequence and eyeliner, Dre?
I knew Dre through all that. I knew Dre through Juice, Cabbage Patch, and all that stuff. I mean, turn off the lights. I mean, I was around them cats for a minute.
And now
the NWA thing didn't just I meet Dre didn't start. It was some years. You know what I'm saying? I gave Dre his first drink on the way down to San Diego. We was on our way to date the fuck out of us. We was in a concert with Alexander O'Neal, Sherelle, Barkays, Mary Jane, Rick James, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around with him.
So wait a minute. But I also understand that you were the person that introduced Ice Cube to all of them.
Nah.
Okay, so but Ice Cube was kind of like
what it was. Me and Cube gelled. I mean, it was obvious that me and Cube kind of like gelled, and we was kind of like closest, you know. But just how
was
Cube,
it the weed? It's the weed.
Nah, Cube
was it the
Cube
weed?
didn't smoke weed back then. He used to get mad when I smoked up the room or the tour bus. All them niggas, none of them smoked back then.
Yeah, I know.
But Dre was fucking up at home, to my understanding, with his mother, and his mother sent him to go stay with his auntie. His auntie was Jink's mother.
Okay.
Jink's and Dre a cousin. Jink stayed 2 doors down from Ice Cube on Van Wyck, right off Western over there.
Okay.
That's how he knew Cube.
But you guys, like you said, Cube used to ride with you.
After we kind of like, you know what I'm saying? After everybody kind of like became, you know, because like when I came around Lonzo now, back then in the Crew Cut days, Cube was around then. I didn't just meet Dre. I met Cube, I met Jinx, I met KD, I met Yella, I met everybody. You know what I mean? Little young Cube was in the house. He was
young
there.
Cube.
He was Stereo Crew. He was CIA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jerry Curl?
Yeah, all that, you know. So yeah, Dre was already on the way to being Dr. Dre, but Cube was definitely picking up sponge in the room, picking up all the game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Extremely talented young cat.
All right, so
no, I didn't introduce him. I mean, he met him because he had got kicked out of Long Beach and had to go over there to L.A.
Who?
Dre, his mother got kicked out of his mother's house.
Oh.
He had to go live with his auntie.
For what?
For fucking up.
Not listening.
Just being
not following the rules.
Being a kid.
Yep. Yeah. Being a teenager.
I can dig that. So the reason I talk about Cube is that you actually did the remix to what was it? What Can I Do? Which was the basically remix to what was it? Check Yourself.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Yeah. Ta-da. Is What Can I Do song? Yeah, that's the remix for that.
So tell me about how that came about. If you can remember. I know it's all a blur.
Fucking
Everything's a blur right now.
Excuse you.
it really is a blur.
There is no burp button.
And there should
Did you
it
sample
be.
that? I need that.
And there should it be.
Say what?
Cube had met a rapper through I think T-Bone and one of them had brought him Mac 10, and back then Cube used to get motherfuckers and he would bring them to me and let me try to work with him. So I fucked around with Mac 10. We did some songs, a whole bunch of songs. I wasn't feeling the songs. He had like a half song like On Them Things. We had kind of started that one, but I played some music for Cube. I said, Mac been riding around with this beat for about a month or so.
Okay.
And me and D-Mac, what's up, homie? Me and D-Mac, I gave it to him, and we was trying to see what was what. And Cube heard the beat, and immediately we went straight to the studio. We was at my house.
So that beat was originally supposed to be for Mac 10?
Yeah, and I was playing him the songs that I had did for Mac 10. He wanted to see what we did for Mac 10, so I'm playing him. Yeah. This is what me and D-Mac, we did these 6-7 songs for Mac. On Them Things sound okay. I don't like all these other ones. Dude he coming into his own, but he was brand new. He had never been in studio. I got Mac 10 just here, Law. You do something with him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that beat, he wrote around with that beat. I think he was trying to figure out what to do with it. I really don't know. But once Cube heard it,
yeah,
we went straight to the studio.
He was like,
I mean, literally, we went straight to the.
He like,
I think I know what he said.
He's like, move over, Bacon.
And we did the Tight House song, and in the middle of it, I said, man, what you gonna tell Mac? And he called Mac. Mac came up there, and him and Mac had a conversation and shit. And he let Mac talk on the record.
Look at here.
And you know what I'm saying? And then Tight Out got done, and then through that same thing, since Cube had like rapped on that beat that was meant for Mac 10, Cube turned around and took his vocals off For Life and gave Mac 10 For Life.
Oh, because he was supposed to do that one.
Yeah, that was Cube's song.
Ah.
Yeah, Cube wrote and produced
They
that
just
one.
swap tracks.
So that's sometimes shit just happened for how it's supposed to happen. And Mac 10, fell into his lane, and you know what I'm saying? And that's how that happens. That Tight Out beat kind of made Mac, just his little feature on there, and then he follow up with, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, he was mad he wasn't rapping on it too. For a long time, he was mad at me.
Oh, really? but then he not. But then he not.
Now, yeah, we can have that conversation now and smile. And,
but didn't he not jump on it? Because if he had the beat.
But in that moment.
Being anxious, I'm sure he was.
I can't believe you just took that beat from me.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
you're not going to let me?
I was like, homie, I'm not taking it from you. You signed the Cube. Cube is taking the beat from you. You don't own the beat. It's my beat. Whoever buy the beat, gonna buy the beat. None of the beats you rapped on is your beats.
Right. Fonzie Dizzle said Mac 10 is pretty whack.
I mean, that's his opinion. Everybody, I'm entitled to his opinion.
Yeah, definitely. If you got something to say, please give us a call.
888-806-8826.
Holler at Laylaw. Before we move on, I just want to say, we just want to understand. So, that beat, did Mac 10, was he under the impression, like, did he say, I like that beat, and then it got taken?
That's what it was. D-Mac, he used to come
or did he just
59.
sleep on the beat and just, like, took too long?
Kind of, yeah. He used to come on 59th, and we we used to just bang out songs over there. Right. So, our work pace was, he wasn't used to. We would just make a beat, do the song, make a beat, do the song, make a beat, do the song. Right. So, it was a little overwhelming for him. So, he was kind of getting used to it, and so he was trying to figure out what to do with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he had it for a long time in our world. You know what I mean? 30 days you riding around with this beat.
Well, let me say.
You know what I mean? Cube heard it 30 seconds later.
And he was on it.
What? Well, you got the files. You got the, you know what I mean?
Can I get that?
Exactly.
Like, let's go.
And we went immediately to Street Knowledge, and we laid that motherfucker.
And it's funny because, and it's probably pretty widespread or known to people that know us. I Get Around was a beat that we had kind of floating through our crew for about 6 months.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but everybody knew that it was a hit song, but it was almost like everybody was scared to fuck it up. So it was originally supposed to be a Digital Underground track, and then Shock gave it to Saphir. And then Saphir had it for a minute, and then Pac was like, Shock, my album, no, he said, my album, I got to turn it in October, some shit like that. He's like, what you got? And then Shock was like, well, shit, we got this beat that everybody tripping off of. This the latest one. How about that? And he kind of pulled it from Saphir. And Saphir was hot for a minute.
Probably still hot.
He probably still hot. Shout out to Shaft Yella.
Steaming.
Yeah, he was hot for a minute. You know, him and Pac, they went through their thing. But
that happens a lot.
That was one of them things. But even, you know, it could have been a Digital Underground song, but then we gave it to Pac. Pac was like, I want y'all on it. Like you said, a lot of times it's where it's supposed to be. Because had we done it another way, it probably wouldn't have came out that way.
When I was A&R at Aftermath, Dre had that in the club beat forever.
Man, he's so
Dre,
Barry Whitish and Silky
Dre.
Smooth. Can you talk to the mic? Is that what we're
I know. Wow, look how far he is from the mic.
Yeah, I know.
He sounds like
to knock over my tequila, man.
Yeah, because like I did.
Well, move the cup. And then
Right.
move the mic.
Don't move the mic, move the
He
cup.
said, forget the mic.
He like
It's all
the mic.
about the
It's a-
cup.
Hey, wait.
You can hear me
I
from
like
here.
to
This
have
is
a mic in
This is a
my
radio
cup.
show, not a tequila show.
I can care if it gives half a fuck. Now, before I drove, man,
all
I
good.
enjoy myself.
I feel you.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
enjoy
he-
yourself
he-
in the mic.
He let D12 rap on that beat. He let Eminem, a few people rapped on them beats. All them beats that came out on 50.
Yeah, I heard
mixtape.
D12 had in the club
A whole lot
first,
of
and they
people.
turned it down.
A whole lot of people had that.
But
So let's get into this What Can I Do remix by Ice Cube. Why don't we do that?
okay, let's do that. All right, we're gonna jump into this. This is To the How, What Can I Do remix, which is the Check Yourself remix, and it's from
It ain't
Bootlegs
Check
and
Yourself.
B-Sides from
You drunk.
1994.
It's from the What Can I Do remix. You said check yourself.
Wasn't it Check Yourself?
You check yourself, nigga.
I think he was telling me to check myself.
Ah,
Somebody better check themselves in this motherfucker.
see, he know it better than anybody. He gonna tell you what day they did it, and then we're gonna
Yo,
rock
I
that.
can tell you what day we did it.
Okay.
We did it on a Easter. I don't know whatever year it
94.
was. I know it was Easter because Cube Cape just popped up at my house on Easter.
and said, let's go.
93.
Whatever year,
93.
Yeah, you getting these tidbits that you didn't know. Oh, we gotta call her real quick.
Do
Yeah, we do. That's what I heard.
we? No, we don't.
Sure.
It's not hooked up on you.
Uh oh. Caller, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who we got on the line?
This is J-Mix here. What's
J
up,
Mix.
ladies?
What's
Hey,
up?
Jay.
What's up, man?
Hey,
How you
what's up,
doing?
y'all? Since you both are in the studio, I wanted to know about Call It What You Want and how that song came about.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We definitely gonna get to that. But if you want to talk about it right now, just let him know. Let me see if he remember. Cause I know exactly.
I know. I wanted you on the song.
Right?
I don't. Did I give you the beat early?
No, you didn't. You want me to tell the story? Cause
Tell
I know
the
you-
story.
I know. I remember this part. Fuck you, man. I remember. I remember when I called. Y'all know me and Mun tight. I remember when I called down the Atron to book your flight to
You
get
want-
your ass
but
there.
but you wanted Shock on it. You
No,
wanted
I
me-
didn't.
Y'all did.
I didn't want Shock on it.
You wanted me on it, but it was you or Go. Go was like, man, you sure we can't get Shock? And I was like, I'm bringing my guy.
I ain't never talked about Shock. Me personally, nah. Let me tell you.
I mean,
what happened.
maybe me and you
Shock
talked about
ain't
it.
never. Shock never.
I know
never.
when I came-
I wish I would have thought about that.
Y'all can really
I'm being
tell they
honest.
homeboys.
I wish I would have really thought about
real.
it, but this nigga don't know what he's talking about. So I called down to Atron to book this nigga flight.
Atron was our manager.
Atron Gregory.
J-Mix.
What's up, homie? And
Drive?
and Pac just happened to be in the office that day. And Pac, he did, nigga. Can I go? You don't remember? Tell your fake ass story.
People in the chat room believe you over you, Law.
Let me tell you
I
what.
don't care. They wasn't there. I fucking made the phone call. I paid for the ticket to get them niggas there.
He did pay for the ticket, but let me tell you exactly what happened. Law was my guy. He was like, come
Laylaw
down.
was a guest appearance.
Right. He ready to show, right?
Yeah, today, and we're gonna do it a little different. Y'all can holler at Mun another time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, yeah, if you J-Mix, if you just want to roll with Laylaw's side of the story,
Mun ain't even telling it real.
I'm definitely.
Can I at least
telling
get my part out?
it. Go ahead.
I thought you got it out.
I tried to. He kept shitting on it. I called for this motherfucker. Pac was in the office that day. Pac got on the phone, and Pac said, Pac came down, and then he wasn't supposed to be on the record still. He just came down. You said put Pac on the record.
Yeah.
And then I said, man, we already got this planned out. That's why Pac got a little ass part in the beginning. We just squeezed him on in the beginning. That's the first time Pac ever said the word G-Funk. I know that.
Damn.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying, he came to the camp.
Yeah, and they was sweating me like, man, you sure? I was like, dog, let them do it. I was like, I'm telling you, you don't.
So we gonna get into this song?
Okay, we're gonna get in. Let's get into it. Let's get some music. Right after that, we're gonna come right back with the old school new news with Time Teezy. This is Today. What can I do? Right here on the Going Way Back show with Buddy B.
All right, this week in the old school new news, we have Mace. Mace is returning back to rap according to straightfromtheA.com and Drake and 2 Chainz. Just because Mace was on Drake's song Best I Ever Had single and 2 Chainz album based on a true story by Me Time.
What you got going?
The song is called Beautiful Pain.
She got a rolling crayon and shit.
Switch your news, woman.
All right, speaking of 2 Chainz, 2 Chainz was arrested according to TMZ in Oklahoma after a concert. He was pulled over by the police. They pulled the tour bus over.
What I say, was he driving?
No, they pulled the tour bus over because of a broken tail light.
2 tail lights.
No, 1 light.
1 light.
Get on that bus no more. He gonna learn. He can fly. I'll meet y'all in the next city.
Exactly. I don't see why he was on the bus. But the people on the bus wouldn't let the police on the bus. So the police towed the bus with everybody on it to the police yard.
Wow. They had to shoot out and shit.
So they had to sit.
Stop the tires out first.
They had to sit at the police yard for 2 hours until they obtained a warrant to get on the bus. So speaking of arrests,
how much weed they find?
They didn't say, but they did get arrested, and 2 Chainz was later released, and he missed his listening party out in New York. Speaking of arrest, Too Short, according to TMZ.
Short.
Remember, he was arrested back in...
When he tried to run? When he failed?
Wait a minute, Ty. Remember we went and saw Short right after that day he ran?
Man, he tried to challenge me to a race?
We got a runner. Never mind.
He didn't run, he galloped. I think he galloped.
I love my nigga for that. I love him for that.
Okay, but that night he was charged with blood alcohol content of 0.08, resisting arrest, a DUI, and possession of MDMA, which is ecstasy. But he pled no contest to the blood alcohol level.
That nigga be getting it in.
And the rest of the charges were dismissed, and now he only has to do 3 years of probation, and he has to pay fines, and he is on...
I'm talking all over her shit because I know she don't like it. You hear the song with Too Short and Lady Gaga?
No,
not yet.
Yes, he's on the new.
What's
album.
it called?
He's on the new album. It's
called
her new album, motherfucker. That's what it's called.
On her new album?
Yes, Too Short's on her new album.
I have it tomorrow. I have it tonight.
Short stays relevant.
I'm just trying to give your news a little
old
school
new news.
Well, it is new because this happened this week. So,
B can't say that.
Everybody stop talking. Go ahead.
Everybody stop talking. So, he has 3 years probation. He has to pay fines, and he has to go to alcohol education classes. Okay, up next,
that's a smack on the wrist.
Queen Latifah, who was featured in our last week's female MCs segment, has a daytime talk show which will air on September 16th on CBS. She did, and she has another, which is now produced by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett on Sony Pictures.
I saw her at the Trayvon Martin thing on Crenshaw, her and her mama. She was out there kicking it.
Was she incognito?
No, she was just chilling.
Negro.
Oh, Latifah mama?
Yeah,
Homie?
Oh, she chill.
That's the homie right there.
Yeah, she
She was
chill.
all fucked up, was over there. When,
Love homie.
and she was chilling, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, her guests will be John Travolta, Sharon Stone, and Jamie Foxx in the first week. And then she will also have later on musical guests, surprising performances, and comedians and all that stuff.
She'll follow the talk show run.
That was the part written in crayon.
On an iPad.
And that was the old school new news with Tom Teezy getting high off of this contact with Laylaw in the studio with Money B on the Going Way Back show.
All right, well let's do
Jesus,
let's go out to my man
Louises.
J Mix.
He's smoking me out right now.
J Mix. This is Call It What You Want, Above the Law, featuring Tupac and your boy.
My story is the real story.
Bun Beezy.
I don't know, man.
You never said your story. What's your story?
I didn't get a chance to.
Go ahead right now.
No, we're gonna play it right now.
All right,
We'll get back to my story. It's the Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
Now you just heard Westside 242, and that was the Far Side, and that was from Laylaw's 1997 album, The Lawhouse Experience. Now, Laylaw, what you're telling me is that was the last song that the Far Side did together as a group.
Collectively, yeah.
Collectively.
Yeah,
Were they fighting? Why are you huffing and puffing over there?
because back then,
Because I'm high
when
off of contact.
she ain't high. When I used to record, like if I'd be in studio,
Yeah.
and I used to want to capture like raw skits sometimes.
Right.
We would mic the lobby. Motherfuckers wouldn't know that the lobby was mic'd. And we recorded straight to that. We wouldn't be listening to it, but we just have that.
Right.
And they was out there having they was breaking up. They was having their final like whatevers. That shit is recorded. D-Mac got all them dats. What's up, D-Mac? He got all them dats and shit like that.
You and your shout outs.
Yeah.
Shout out to D-Mac. That was his
D-Mac, we
production
worked
partner.
together for 20 years.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did that.
We had a good run.
Okay, so before that, we heard Ballin' by Above the Law, your group. And I just want to say, that song always tricked me out.
Wrote by
because-
Go Mac. Go, my brother
Really?
wrote that. Yeah, Go
Well,
Ball.
let me tell you something funny.
Go should have been here with us.
Is that
the duo?
you should have been at the draft. Anyway, that was the first time, me being from the Bay Area, that I heard that expression, ballin' like that.
Really?
Because I'ma keep it
it was
running.
really a LA thing. Everybody like I know,
Cause
niggas and everybody want to be like, oh nigga, we was on. They wasn't.
We-
But I was up on slang. That was an LA slang that I didn't hear until I came to LA. Ballin'.
Now
Just
it's
like
all running on the road.
we used to say, this is our like even just saying like change neighborhood, that was an LA thing. There's a lot of things we that came from the Bay. But I'm just giving y'all props. Like ballin', I was like that always intrigued me.
Yeah, Go wrote
And that was a
one.
dope song too.
What didn't somebody make a song off of that?
A
Ballin'.
whole lot of people made
I
it.
mean
Tupac
after
did.
that, yeah, I mean
Oh. A lot
That's
of
the
people
first
make
time I heard it
ballin'
on the
songs.
song.
Tupac did.
A lot of people make balling.
Still
songs.
ballin'.
but that was the first song
No,
I
like, it
believe
was, like,
that
the major
kind of
hit.
like used that
Yeah.
that reference because it was an LA
We was
reference.
balling like a motherfucker.
And y'all was balling.
Jip Jones. We fly high.
Yeah.
Ballin'.
And of course, before that, we heard "Call It What You Want." Now, you was saying something interesting about the track, and I think this is one that we can agree on. That was one of them tracks. Like we was just all like blown away by the track, and we was just like, even if nobody ever rapped on it, that beat was just
Just
monster.
kill it. Murder.
Hutch heavily influenced that song.
Right.
All the stuff that Above the Law did.
Right.
Hutch was at the head of it, but
Mm-hmm.
it was input from everybody. We didn't break a slice of the credit and like if KMG brought all of this one or Gomac brought all of this one, Hutch still sliced it up and presented it whatever. But the collaborative effort that went into I can remember who brought in samples to different songs and
Yeah.
you know what I mean VSOP Go brought these two samples.
I mean,
This one,
and
you
even-
know what I'm saying? But,
even
but
after
that
we-
particular song, I just fell in love with that song. Like Call It What You Want beat. When I heard that motherfucker, I listened to it for over a week straight. I used to fall in love with songs and just ride to Vegas with them and do shit like that. That was one of those songs, man, and I knew it before we even did the song.
I couldn't believe when y'all flew me out that was the track that y'all was like, you want to get on this one? Man, I was like, what?
That's why I that funk shit, man. I mean, I'm a little older. I was at the funk festival. I don't know about other than I was at the real funk festival at Coliseum. I sat there and shouted, "We want Boosie" for 30 minutes and shit like that. I watched the motherfucking Mothership Land and all that shit. I'm a little older than you cats, you know what I'm saying? So, so when
we have a question from the chat room, if you don't mind.
Okay.
This is coming from J Mix. They want to know if you're still cool with cocaine.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man, we got a little cocaine.
I'm cool with everybody.
We got a little cocaine coming at the end of the show.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Shouts out to Coca. Yeah, cocaine has so much to do with Above the Law sound. The formulation of G-Funk came with all them cats in the room.
And you know what?
And I just happened to name it. One morning, KMG was rapping a song, and I, you know what I'm saying. But cocaine with his voice and all that shit. I mean, he's so important to the West Coast. He's an important building block. And yes, we cool. Me and cocaine cool, bro.
And what's crazy?
Can we take one more question?
Sure.
This is from Fonzie Dizzle. He's asking if you have any Tupac unreleased tracks in your
yeah, it's gonna be on the greatest hits. I meant to bring something. I was gonna let y'all hear it, but I just didn't bring it today. But yeah, I have
You send it to me.
We can have a conversation. I have a nice one from Pac. I have a few people unreleased songs, and they're going to be on the greatest hits whenever we can formulate it correctly.
And actually,
we need to talk.
Thanks, Law.
Actually, you had, you know, of course, you produced Strictly for My Niggas, but you produced like quite a few songs for that album that didn't actually make the album.
Which I still don't understand to this.
Right, so we're going to talk about that, but right about now, Brandon, if you got a cue, we're going to play another song that you produced, and we're going to talk about all of it. But this is the California Love remix.
Me and D-Mac.
Tupac, produced by Laylaw and D-Mac. Brandon, you got that ready?
Right.
You need a minute? Yeah. Okay, Law, tell us a story behind the remix of California Love.
All right. Real quick.
Real quick.
I was at Dre house. Dre was working on the Chronic 2 that was supposed to come out.
The original one?
Yeah, Dre played me some songs. He was doing California Love. He had the one version going, the beat going, but was no lyrics yet. Mm-hmm. But he had the original beat going, and it was I was just happened to be there when it was being constructed. Mm-hmm. So as it started, we went to Tyson fight. I played some music in Vegas. He heard the beat. We came back. We did the shit. And so it ended up making the record being the remix. For
so was it the original that became the remix, or was it vice versa?
His originally, he had a version. He had that boom, 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 boom.
The EP
he had that, but D-Mac in our version had the clear running through it. And he heard that, and he wanted it to be the remix. Okay. But the remix wasn't supposed to be on the album. Dre left as soon as that record came out, and Suge put it on the album. And then so our record ended up being on the record at Soul. And Dre's not. Yeah.
Caller, you there?
Yeah, what's happening, man?
What up? Who that?
Big D the Impossible.
Big D! What it do?
What's happening, man?
What's she
Man, you know I'm calling to say what's up to you and Laylaw in
what's
the business.
Up,
what up, Law? You know Dion?
What's happening, Law?
Yeah, what's good, man? What's happening, fam?
You know
How
what?
you doing?
What's up, Big D?
D, you know what? What's crazy is
he was just talking about you earlier.
I feel like you and Law are kind of like the bridge between Pac being with us and just that production and moving into the whole LA and then branching out. Obviously, you know, exactly. Like the first song that Pac did outside of our crew was with Warren G on the Poetic Justice thing. What's the name of that song?
Right.
I forget the name of the song. What was it called?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was. I felt like
I thought D did all the first shit.
No, Dion did like Tupacalypse Now, and we did that. But I'm saying the very first song when Pac ventured out, he did, what was the name of that song that he did with Warren G?
I almost made that Tupacalypse.
My Definition of a Thug Nigga. Yeah, that one. And then when he did that, I was like, oh shit, he doing shit with other niggas.
I was at the video when
And
he
then-
shot that. I just didn't get in it.
After that, then his
Because
next
you was
album,
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
his next album, when he, you know, from our affiliation, you know, he started working with you, and then I felt like, okay, he out there now. But I feel like you two guys kind of bridged the gap
I could have
between.
been in Brenda. I could.
You know what I mean?
I could have been in all the Pac videos. I don't know
So-
why, but it's just not me. I could have
That's
been.
not your thing.
I could have been
Dion.
in all the fucking videos. I could have been in
Big D.
Friday.
Yo, what up, man?
Tell me about,
Yeah, I'm here.
well, I got both of y'all here. Like, who has the original version of Troublesome?
The original version of Troublesome? I got the original version of Troublesome.
You have a copy of it?
Yeah, I got a copy of it.
Yeah, because I'm tired of looking
did it?
online and seeing that.
You sure, D?
Who did it?
Did you
You
do
said
Did
you
you do
got
the
it.
original version of that?
Jeremy
Jeremy
did
did
that.
that.
What songs did I do on the original album before they raped the album and they took all my songs off and they did
Don't
they,
call me bitch. You had a whole bunch of stuff on there.
and then they named it. And Pac named it strictly for my niggas. But before that, it was called Troublesome. Well, you remember that? You know what I'm saying?
But
original
the
name of it.
reason,
You got that.
but you have a
six songs
story.
or something on there.
You know why they renamed the album strictly for my niggas?
I knew they was tripping off like I don't know why they was tripping off me, but they was tripping off me.
But because they took all your songs off,
Yeah.
Pac said, "Let me just name the
Yeah,
album."
he
off
did.
the
He
song
told me
you
that.
did."
He said I'm he said, man, they trying to take your influence off of it because they think they thought Pac was trying to be too rowdy or some shit, fucking with me because my NWA influence and all that old shit. So they just took all my motherfucking songs off. But then I guess he fought for Strictly, and then he changed the album called Strictly, which I always appreciated. You know, Pac was a good cat, man. D knew where I was back then, man.
Okay, so this is going out to all the cats, you know, J Mix and all the cats on all the forums and everything. Tell them, because you know, at the beginning of Strictly for My Niggas, he go, "Law, can I just get drunk on this thing?" He talking to you. So
right.
tell the story about that.
Real
the
quick.
whole story.
Real quick. The day that we did Strictly for My Niggas is the day of the LA riots. All right. So we recording in the studio, and I'm looking at the screen the whole fucking while, and I'm seeing the riot develop. And Pac, he want to keep layering and shit. You know how he was, D.
Right.
He want to keep layering tracks. And I'm thinking we good. And plus, I'm seeing the riot story. I'm like, Pac, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get the fuck up out of here. And he just wanted to just go, keep going. So I let him go a couple more times, and he still wasn't enough. So I'm like, I got to get up out of here, man. It's on Florence and Normandy, nigga. That's my hood. I'm from over that way. I want to go see what's going on. So I just leave. I walk the fuck out the studio. Atron come grab me, get me back up in there.
Action was there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Atron make me come back. That's the only reason why I came back is Atron. So when I come back in there, Pac laughing and arguing and shit. "Oh, why you tripping, nigga? Nigga, woo woo," and all those shit. So I just press record. And as I press record, Pac says, "Is it cool nigga just get fucked up on this one?" And I pointed at him. And I pointed at the thing like we hot. He said, he just went into it. "Mr. Fucking Cop is back." And he realized we was recording, and I kept that last take. And then right after we left from that motherfucker, we wrap that up. We leave. It's the riot. And you want me to talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
And as soon as we leave, we trying to figure out what's going on because I'm all trying to figure out the riot. Nigga, it's something happening. We all jump in the truck, and we were leaving from Echo Sound, and we hit Hollywood. We see this one motherfucker over to the side.
Yeah.
we jump out. We dust this motherfucker off real quick. We don't even know what's going on. We just think it's everybody for themselves. We beat the hell out of this one motherfucker. Beat him. You know what I'm saying? We jump back in the motherfucking car. We jump.
Hey,
I'm telling you the truth.
but wait,
Listen,
though.
my nigga, I'm telling you what
Wait,
happened.
I'm already know.
The first nigga we see,
Yeah.
just whooped his ass, and we jumped up. You know what I'm saying?
You let that initial aggression out.
And then we go drop off the homie, and then we try to break into this music store and shit, and that shit didn't work. They started shooting guns. So all I see on TV is Florence and Normandy. So me and Pac go straight to motherfucking Florence and Normandy. Our stupid asses went into that liquor store. It was still smoking. We went into the liquor store, got any kind of liquor we could get, and we left.
What did he grab?
Oh.
Alwayz and Hennessy?
It was we just grabbed whatever we could. It was all dark and people and shit, and we bounced from that shit. We go over to my brother's house, and when I get over there, they all organized and they got cases of liquor and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Vivid and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my fondest memory of Pac. It's the ride. Me and Pac kicked it that day.
Let's get into that exact song. This is Tupac, Strictly for My Niggas. Right here on the Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
Is it cool if a nigga just get fucked up for this one?
We just heard Drugs feature, that was E40 featuring Be Legit. And that was, is that, obviously that wasn't your most recent production, but, you know, from what we know, you know, that was from...
that was on 40's last
that was
album
40's last
with Aaron
album.
Harris. Shouts out to the homie Aaron.
What was that? What was that? Revenue Retrieving?
Yeah, the last album.
Revenue Retrieving. You know, that was a double album, so I don't know which one it was.
It's number 2.
From, was that 2011, 2012?
Yeah, the second song on there.
But you've been knowing 40 and Vila for a long time.
I'm going to be on 40 next one. 40 picked out some stuff for the next record, too.
Okay.
Yeah, slam it like a bitch.
Drop! I'm jealous. I'm about to call 40 and be like, you hating on me.
Hating.
Like, how long you been down with 40? Cause you know,
Ever.
Long.
Yeah.
He like that Bay Area.
Yeah.
Hey, one, I love
Hey,
that
man,
slap
Bay-
shit. I'm a
Bay,
fan.
Bay Area ain't no joke,
I'm
man.
a big 40 fan, man. I'm 40 my favorite rapper. I'm a big ass E40
Hey, and
fan.
he ain't lying, cause he said that like 92 when
And I asked him, I said, "Well, you gonna play any E40? Not just the songs I did. I asked him, "Was you gonna play any other? E40 anything?" I'm a 40 fan, man.
What is it about 40 that you like though?
Cause I respect a man hustle, that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
He's a great businessman.
Like how we speak from experience, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know what I'm saying? I like his spit. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that.
Real.
And what on the real, motherfuckers like him, Fat Joe, them artists who can bridge from back then to now, I really like them.
Right.
Who been able to morph to hype to this
Transition
to this to that and
yeah,
relevant as
and
fuck.
stay relevant.
I really
yeah.
like them.
Too
really,
short.
Short. See what I'm saying? I really like them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
How do you feel about Jay?
Jay-Z, yeah, Jay-Z.
Gotta like him.
Yeah.
I mean,
He ain't as old as them as the ones I speak of, but yeah, Jay-Z,
he's
of course.
close. But,
Same
yeah,
age.
but he's not. Yeah, he's
Jay-Z's my age.
Of course, yeah.
Exactly.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah. I mean, to stay relevant.
I mean, it's all that same age group within a couple of years. Like Short is maybe a few years older.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how old anybody is. Like I don't know how old Fat Joe is. But what about Flavor Flav? Boy. That's my guy. Now we was talking about cocaine a little bit earlier. So Alwayz.
Yes, sir.
I want you to rock, and this is what we gonna play? We're gonna play USC's Finest. And what I like about this, cause you know, Law always talk about I ain't no rapper, I know,
right? Right.
But he actually rapping on this song.
I was listening to this. I was like, yo, what's
so let me
up?
explain yourself.
I was
Explain yourself,
I
Laylaw.
was supposed to sing that duet with Michelle A too. So
Which one?
You can sing?
I wrote.
Sing
Yeah,
right
but wait,
now.
before we go
like
further,
80% of that album. I wrote No More Lies. I wrote Something in My Heart. I
Hey,
wrote
No More Lies
all the
is shit.
songs. I was supposed to sing If with her. You know what I'm saying?
So are you getting a piece of her check from the R&B divas?
Hilarious.
No, but we have done some new songs.
Wait, she's on that?
Michelle and
Yeah.
I have done some new
LA.
stuff that sound real good too.
but then you also work with like George Duke. No,
Yeah.
Bill Duke.
George Duke,
George
Stanley
Duke.
Clark.
George
Yeah.
Duke. Stanley Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in power.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Of course, rest in peace, KMG.
Yeah, that's
Now,
all.
you know,
There we go.
because you know we
Man.
winding down, so I want to get all the questions I want to ask. Before KMG passed, were there any works of like some new Above the Law music? If there were, and if you guys recorded anything, is any plans to release anything
I don't have it.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of stuff around.
that y'all was working
Yeah,
on?
you'd have to talk to Hutch. I know they had a whole lot of stuff done. They had a nice little studio over there in Cucamonga, and they used to get down.
Yeah, that's out where I'm at. I was
Yeah,
always
studio.
trying to get KMG to get in this because you know he's right down the street.
Yeah.
Out at that next Friday area.
And I'd be
Yeah.
like, dude.
My son
nice
live out
studio.
Oh,
there. My son
Nice
stays
studio.
out there. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd be
he went
like,
to
dude.
Los Osos High School.
I know you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, that's in Altaloma.
Yeah.
Rancho
It's
Cucamonga.
just north of Altaloma, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's bust that. Let's leave USC's finest, cocaine. Right here. I'm Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
Yo. What up? It's Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
In the house. OG Laylaw.
Laylaw. On his 10th blunt.
You know it.
Stop counting.
Man.
I'm just saying.
It's
Man,
number
stop
3.
counting.
It's
Wish
number
I
3.
had
I had my one, you know.
Right.
I was trying to get the roach, but I couldn't get over there fast enough.
No.
Okay, so
We don't want you to have the roach because you be on your 8th roach.
I am straight.
I didn't say you weren't.
he got more roaches than the projects.
Look, he trying to get in the refrigerator into the cereal.
All his roaches.
Okay.
Always DJ Roachmeister.
Hey.
He just keep a bag of roaches. Like, fuck,
I don't need no blunt.
I
I
ain't
got
never buy
roach.
weed again.
Hold on.
Shit.
Okay, we okay.
He's about to go gangsta up in here without the
He was
lighter.
about to flip his lid. I know B had a lighter though, right?
I
B,
thought
you
it
had a
was
lighter,
his
right?
fingers. Nah, we almost out of here. You know, like we always do at the end of the day. I just want to let everybody know, you know, obviously we can't play the full songs. I know some of this music and a lot of music we didn't get to play you want to hear. Most definitely check out the podcast, the audio podcast, I would say, of this same show.
A little bit.
And you can catch it at goingwaybackshow.com. You know, and if you want to catch any of us, I'll let you start, Todd Teezy.
Thank you.
On social media, where can they find you?
At Ton, TON_TEEZY. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook. Follow me.
What about you, Alwayz?
At Always in Your Ear on Twitter and at DJ Always on Facebook. You can find me there.
All right. Laylaw?
We not going to get on you this week.
Please, because I'm like fading.
I mean, talk about where do they find you on Twitter, Facebook, or if they want, even they want to buy some beats, how can they get at you?
Twitter. I mean, at the most, you know, I don't do it a whole lot.
No, your Gmail account though. Somebody wants.
No, I ain't giving out Gmail.
If somebody wants to send you some beats.
I ain't fucking with them. Lawhouse.
Oh, okay.
LAWHOUSC Lawhouse Records at Twitter.
That's what I'm talking about.
All the money and cheese, all y'all followers, stop following and just follow me. All right.
You're so stupid.
He's serious.
No, he's serious.
Don't just follow me. Just stop following them and follow me.
There you go.
Okay, anyway.
Law is the realest MF.
Anyways.
And where can they find you, Money
There's going to
B?
be quite a few that do that.
Obviously, you can find me across the board at MoneyB69. I keep it simple. Keep it stupid.
I need to
Also,
tweet.
please.
But
I know, right?
But you definitely want to follow us. You know, follow us. Join the Facebook fan page, Going Way Back Show, and also join the Going Way Back Show group on Facebook. And we definitely need you to subscribe to the Going Way Back Show YouTube page.
Just click the little red button right below here, right here. Just click that button right here. Subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel because, you know, not only do we post all of our shows, but we post exclusive videos from different events that we do.
Just want me to stop smoking
just really,
so bad. That's why we didn't ride in the same car. I went out to their house and shit. We live in the same area.
The vicinity?
Yeah, shit. And I was over at his house and shit. Had some lolly spaghetti.
Ooh. Time, you hooked it up?
Let's go and tell it all.
You hooked it up, Time?
I can cook a little bit.
I can cook a
But
little
we
bit
couldn't
too.
ride the same car because I smoked too much weed.
We gotta go.
I'm just telling you.
We gotta go.
Okay, so before we get out,
I got a little bit of yo-yo. Or what do you want?
well, no,
Did
we
you want
don't
Laylaw?
because he has artist Chuck Crazy that you've been working with, like most recently. This is the most recent thing.
Wait, do I
that
have
Laylaw, no, he gonna play the video. We're gonna play the video.
You got the video?
You got the video queued?
My man.
Yep.
So
Yeah, we good.
You can find Chuck Crazy.
So just tell me about Chuck Crazy and what's going on.
No, I want to know what's going on with you. What are you doing right now?
Chuck Crazy. Well,
Chuck. All right, Chuck Crazy, Flyboy Music 2. You can find that on there. You know, it's a nice mixtape. We put it together.
And where can you find it?
I need that.
Just Flyboy Music 2, Chuck Crazy. It's
tell me about this LA Waves though.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
up with that song?
we just wanted to just show, you know, just lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the lyrics. That's why we did it like that. And as far as all the new shit that's coming out, what I'm trying to get into, Tanya, we got a little book situation on the table. And
NWA?
No, for me.
Okay.
And the NWA movie is...
Are you a part of that movie, the NWA movie?
It's going to be somebody that's calling themselves me on the screen. It's gonna be
That's how I felt about the Tupac movie.
That's what I'm saying. And it's going to be somebody calling me in that movie, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, I tried.
Well, you always been behind the scenes, so you should be used to
Can I get any
it.
royalties?
Is somebody going to have to break bread? I don't want to be running around this motherfucker like Riff Raff trying to sue everybody and shit.
And my part better be good, motherfucker.
Well, no, I always felt like
it's gonna be good.
Lawyer up.
Everybody in line. The park people and
I felt like
everybody. No shady nonsense.
Nobody can play me better than me.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
I still look like me.
Hello.
I'm trying to get them
Back in.
What you gonna say, Tom?
Back in.
I'm trying to let them.
Look, she must put her hater shades on. What you about to say?
Nothing.
Hater shades. Come on, let's have it. She got the hater grin on. What?
Yeah.
Say it.
Wow. Just say the shit.
You can play your daddy.
You want? I got a story to tell. Anyways, so what's up with this Chuck Crazy? We're gonna get out of here, man. I can't take
Chuck
it.
Crazy is like a.
I need to sign Time
like
Crazy.
Kendrick and them came with a refreshing new angle to the West Coast.
Right.
Chuck offered that same situation. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you look it up. You know what I mean? Chuck's coming.
Chuck's coming. So I feel like this is the show. And I would like to say I appreciate everybody staying with us.
We appreciate you too.
Oh man, I appreciate. Well, first and foremost, I appreciate my crew. I appreciate you, Law, for coming through. Brandon,
Thanks, Law.
for looking
Thank
out.
you.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Everybody in the building.
Yeah, Law.
I was
Appreciate
gonna
it,
call
man.
y'all last week.
Seriously, I really appreciate it.
But most
God
definitely, I
damn.
appreciate
I'm sure you
everybody
He came
tuning in.
equipped. This nigga came equipped.
And
Brandy ain't playing.
We missing one element.
You know,
That's
we might not be
What?
as high next week, but we will be back next week. Same time, same bad channel. So until next time, people, be easy. This is Chuck Crazy, produced, and that was your artist, right?
Yeah, it's S-Class and Laylaw.
S-Class and Laylaw, right here on the Going Way Back Show with Money B.
Money
Yes.
It's the Going Way Back Show with Money B.
Let's do it.
Classic hip hop, raw
Yeah,
and
let's do it.
uncut.